Hi, my name is Dana Beck. Welcome to my YouTube video. And today, what I'd like to share with you is step number 4 out of a series of 5 steps or 5 keys on how to accomplish any goal as an entrepreneur, especially an online entrepreneur. Now, this is geared towards entrepreneurs, but the strategies, the steps that I share in this video can be applied to any category of life. So, what is step number 4? Let me get that right. What is step number 4? Step number 4 is self-discipline. And in order to achieve any goal whatsoever, you have to be able to motivate yourself. You hear some leaders say, well, I motivate my audience. Or somebody might say, well, I was motivated by this person. Well, you might have been encouraged, you might have been inspired, but you know what? At the end of the day, only you can motivate yourself. Only you can make yourself move in the direction that you want to go. And you also have to be your own boss, so to speak. Now, when you have a boss, to a large degree, you are dependent upon that boss to give you direction, to set your goals for you, to set your schedule for you. Self-discipline can be very challenging, especially if you're distracted easily. And if you're an entrepreneur, you've got to be able to master self-discipline, because you don't have a boss standing over you, setting your schedule, your goals, and so forth. And so self-discipline is a major key in being successful online as an entrepreneur. You've got to be able to manage and master your self-discipline. Well, here are some elements that will affect self-discipline. Here's 4 that I'm going to mention, or 4 that I'm going to list. And here they are. These 4, I don't feel like it. Well, I don't feel like doing the work today. I just don't feel like it. That definitely affects your self-discipline for sure. How about, well, I want to do what is convenient. What is convenient? Or listening to the masses. That's a big one. Or losing focus. Focus is another key element in self-discipline. So I want to go through each one of these real quickly here. So again, the first one I want to talk about is, I don't feel like it. And again, self-discipline is doing quite often what needs to be done, even if you don't feel like it. The body is directed by and responds to the thoughts that you carry in your mind. And your body, if you have thoughts of I'm tired or I don't feel like it, your body's going to respond. Your body's not going to want to, take the action and move forward. And one way to overcome, the I don't feel like it syndrome is get your why really, really clear. Get that burning in your heart. Why are you doing what you're doing as an entrepreneur? For me, I am pursuing, improving and growing my business as an entrepreneur for my family. That's why I do what I do, for my family. Perhaps you have a family, or perhaps you want to buy your mom and dad a house someday, or whatever your why is. All right, that's got you've got to keep that in the forefront of your mind, because that will help you to overcome those times when you just don't feel like it. And putting it on a daily, looking at it, as a goal on a daily basis. And a key point here is, it is so important to review your goals on a daily basis, and this will help you to stay motivated and on track. Keeping that in the forefront of your mind, why I'm doing this, that will help you to overcome when you don't feel like it. And again, it takes some effort, it takes some strength, but if your why is big enough, it will supersede, or it will override, so to speak, however you feel, if your why is big enough. And then also the next point, what is convenient? What is convenient? Well, there's an old expression I heard once that greatness is not convenient. In order for anyone to achieve greatness in their lives or profession, it takes work, dedication, and fearlessness. And why fearlessness? Because reaching the heights of excellence requires one to take, the road less traveled. It's not always the easiest way to go. And so, just because it's convenient doesn't necessarily mean it's right. You've got to focus on what action you need to take. Sometimes it may be convenient. Sometimes it may be inconvenient. You may need to stay up till 2, 3 in the morning working on your business, and then going to bed late and then getting up early the next morning and doing it all over again. Sometimes it's going to require that. And so again, it's not always what is convenient. What is convenient, and just doing, if it's not convenient, I'm not going to do it. That is a detriment to self-discipline. Self-discipline is moving forward whether it's convenient or not. And so that's the second point. The third point, listening to the masses. Well, this is my favorite. Listening to the masses. This is, many people just follow the crowd, so to speak, and adopt the common culture. There's a famous person that I really enjoy listening to. His name is Earl Nightingale, and in his infamous recording, "The Strangest Secret in the World," he said, quote, "The opposite of courage is not cowardice, but conformity." And I like that, because doing what everybody else is doing because you think that's right, that tears at self-discipline. Self-discipline requires doing what is needed. And again, it may not be what everybody else is doing. You've got to carve out your own road. You've got to follow your own direction. You know where you need to go, and that's the direction. And if everybody else is doing it, that's fine. If they're not, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. What matters is what you are doing. So listening to the masses, and also listening to the naysayers. Say for instance, if you're an online marketer and you want to earn $10,000 a month, let's just say, for argument's sake, and the masses and the media experts or your friends and family say, you're crazy. There's no way you can earn $10,000 a month online. And you can listen to them and follow that logic, or you can hold fast to what you know is capable. What you know what you're capable of. You can hold on to what you know is available, and not listen to the masses, but do what you know you need to do in order to achieve your goal. Again, that requires what? Self-discipline. So not listening to the masses. All right. And then lastly, focus. Focus is another great one. It's very easy to get distracted and get focused, lose your focus. And because if you lose sight of where you want to be, and again, this ties back into, your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? If you lose sight of that, your focus can start to wane, and you'll get off track. Keeping your goal in the forefront of your mind. All right, again, using the same analogy or example I used a moment ago, your goal is I want to earn $10,000 a month so I can send my son to a good college, let's say for instance, or whatever your goal is, whatever your why is. But that's my goal. I want to earn $10,000 a month. And you stay focused on that and you keep taking action, moving towards that. And again, that is going to require self-discipline. Self-discipline is a major key, if not maybe the biggest key, in achieving any goal as an online entrepreneur. You've got to be self-disciplined. It takes work, it takes practice, but you can, over time, develop the habits of self-discipline. You can as you practice. Focus on, and really focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Because the only thing focus on negatives will bring is more negatives. So it's that simple. So stay focused on what you want, and don't start considering what if, or that's a dead end road. You don't want to go down that road. You want to stay focused on your goal. And again, this all boils up to, this is all involved in being disciplined. You've got to be disciplined in your thinking, in your actions, and how you manage your time. And with practice, you can master self-discipline in your business. And how do you think all these very, very successful entrepreneurs became successful? They didn't give up. They stayed focused. They didn't get distracted. They didn't listen to the masses. They didn't do everything. They didn't do things the way everybody else was doing it. They carved out their own path and they stayed faithful to it. And they were very, very clear on their why. They were very clear on their why. That was burning in them. And if you keep that why in focus, you will be successful. So this is some of the keys or some of the points on achieving any goal as an online entrepreneur. Step number 4: self-discipline. Self-discipline, and and hopefully this makes sense to you. But I'll tell you what, it's a big key. Being the self-discipline is such a big key, and you can do it with practice. So if you got value out of this video, please go ahead and leave me a comment. I would very much appreciate it. And and if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can click on the little subscribe button down below. See, it's right here. Click on the subscribe button below. And if you got value out of this, and you'd like to learn more about how you can build your own business online and be successful in earning a steady income online, well, go ahead and check out this link right here. Now, this link here will also be in a hyperlink below the video, but this is not, let me make it very clear, this is not an MLM, it is not a bait and switch, it is not an income opportunity, it is nothing like that at all, but it is a training center, a training hub created by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs, and it would provide all the strategies, all the tools, all the insight, all the instruction you could ever possibly need in order to be a great entrepreneur and to see great success in your business. And again, it's a fabulous site. Go ahead and check it out. I think you'll be very pleased with it. And again, this will be in a hyperlink below this video. So go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would very much appreciate it. And thank you so very much for watching. Check out this link, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so very much.